Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be going over a battler who is constantly on page 1 of the leaderboard. He's a Spanish battler. His name is Juanillo, and he used a team to get to page 1 of the leaderboards in Ultra League. It's very similar to the Feraligatr Annihilape team that we ran, but instead of having Giratina with Dragon Breath in the back, which he did use and said was very good, he switched it up and decided to use Pidgeot in the back. Now, Pidgeot is, most of the time people run Pidgeot with Wing Attack, Brave Bird, and Feather Dance. Feather Dance having the 100% chance to double debuff the attack stat of the Pokemon, of the enemy Pokemon. So instead of Feather Dance, he's actually using Aerial Ace, just, I think, to have a move that isn't so dependent on these debuffs and just going to do just straight damage. Again, Juanillo, a fantastic battler. I actually met him at NAIC in 2022, I think. Great person, one of the best battlers in the Spanish scene. And again, constantly page 1 of the leaderboard. So let's go ahead and get into the battles. But if you haven't, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps the YouTube analytics so much. And I've seen that a lot of people watching, but only about a third of the people are subscribed. So if you would subscribe, I would really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so we're going to get into the battles here. Another thing I probably should have mentioned was the Annihilape, instead of running Ice Punch, which I think we were running in our team or our version of the team, he's running Night Slash. I'm just imagining that's for the chance to get the boosts. It's still pretty good against Giratina. Obviously, it's still decent against the dragon types in general because it's neutral damage, has the chance for the double boost in attack stat. You're not going to be one-shotting anything for sure. I guess you wouldn't be doing that with Ice Punch anyways, but yeah, I guess chance for buffs and having just Counter and Shadow Ball as such good moves, you have the chance to go for something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this game. All right, Poliwrath here in the lead. Not the best lead. Going to safe swap into Annihilape. They safe swap into Charizard, or they counter swap into Charizard rather. Go up to the Shadow Ball. Probably going to have to shield this. It could be the Blast Burn. It is Shadow Charizard. It does a ton of damage with its wing attacks, or it's just its stats in general, giving it such good damage to our Annihilape. But it is Ultra League, so we are going to survive a bit. We do get the successful bait here. This is a Dragon Claw for sure. I'm not sure if it'll actually KO, but it would be pretty close, I think. We do have the Shadow Ball, so we can force the second shield here or get the switch, which we would love to get the switch, obviously, with Pidgeot in the back against Poliwrath would be insane. They are going to get to a move here, probably worth... It might be worth shielding, but they're going to save the shield here for the Pidgeot. Maybe go for a double Brave Bird against the two things in the back. Pidgeot, trying to think what's really good against Pidgeot right now, and definitely Ampharos is on that list. So if they do have an Ampharos, it's going to be pretty bad. The thing about Aerial Ace as well is you get to it in 5 instead of the 7 for... Ooh, it is Registeel though. Instead of the 7 for Feather Dance and Brave Bird, I guess. So you could catch them off guard. They obviously would have wanted to catch on Registeel, and instead they're going to have to take it. Throwing the Brave Bird here makes a lot of sense because you're already going to get one-shot by a ooh, this is going to be a really close game. I guess you go up to 2. Yeah, you shield this, you go up to 2. In fact, you can go a lot more now. But you got to be careful to switch in. But it is pretty low from the damage taken from the Pidgeot Aerial Ace. So okay, gets to 3. Sometimes I'm here watching as well as y'all, right? So sweet game. What was something to know? Yeah, so we're gonna get one shot by the Zap Cannon anyways. So we might as well just throw the big move into the Registeel. No real pain about that one. So yeah, runs into Steelix here. Obviously, this is a good lead, but plus we also have the really good swap of Annihilape at any point, so can definitely... I was going to say we could go for the Ice Beam there, but also this is a little risky, I think, because it has Dragon Breath and it could have Ancient Power, but looks like they just have Dragon Claw, which is great for us. Just going to be able to take that second Dragon Claw here pretty fast. Yo, K Peters, thank you for the sub. I'm not streaming or anything, by the way. I'm recording offline right now, but it tells me when people sub to the channel. So shout out to K Peters. Hope you comment in the channel. Anyways, yeah, obviously going to get the Brave Bird here, take it out. Still have a lot of energy here. Hopefully we can get to a Brave Bird against anything else. It does go for the Steelix. Obviously, we said we had 2 answers to the Steelix, so now we're able to switch out of the Pidgeot in case they have another thing in the back that Pidgeot's going to be really good against. And, yeah, this is fantastic because we probably don't even care too much about the Feraligatr at this point. Just let it go. But they are holding on to the Steelix for dear life. But again, I probably don't think I would shield the Feraligatr here, and I would... Interesting. That's why this guy's higher rated than I am. Goes for the CMP here, but they actually switch into Cresselia. Feraligatr's okay against Cresselia, and definitely it's a lot better than Annihilape. But the thing is, we already got our defense lowered by the Psychic Fangs of the Steelix, so we're in a little bit of trouble here, but we still have the Pidgeot. Could come in, soak some damage, or we can come in, take the shield. It is Confusion, which I just noticed right now. Didn't even notice it during the other one. I guess we were just trying to, or I was noting just trying to take the damage on the Feraligatr and hoping for the best. So Psychic Fang's super effective here, but obviously you don't want to shield the first one because the second one's going to do a lot more. But we can make it to the Shadow Ball with a shield, right? So this is pretty nice for us. Now, does the Shadow Ball KO? Steelix is very bulky in this league. Okay, nice. And we are able to take out that Steelix, yeah. You got to remember, if you're playing too much Jungle Cup, it is very bulky cup here in Ultra League. All right, Registeel into Feraligatr. Again, we have 2 answers to this, but mainly the thing we want to note is that Pidgeot is probably going to be pretty safe in the back. I will say back in the old days, it would be Registeel, Cresselia, and Swampert. That Swampert could be Feraligatr. That Cresselia could be Giratina altered. So those are things we're really going to try to note here. But Registeel is so freaking bulky, and a Zap Cannon obviously is going to do a ton of damage to Feraligatr. It's possible... Does this KO from here? It's going to be pretty close. I think it probably does, though. Okay, we do get the shield. It's possible he lets this go, or he shields and goes for a massive farm down. I like both of those, to be honest. Okay. We don't get debuffed, so yeah, going to be able to do a lot of Shadow Claws here. And then we can go shields down with Pidgeot in the back if he really wants to maintain this switch. Okay, they do come in with a Giratina, and we do have a Shadow Ball. The one bad thing is that we obviously don't have Pidgeot against this Giratina, and there is a bit of energy still on the Registeel, but it did take 1 counter, and it is probably 1 counter away from getting KO'd. This is a Dragon Claw for sure. I guess it could be a Shadow Sneak. Okay. And we will make it to the Night Slash if we want to try to KO this. And this probably should KO. Annihilape is... does have a high attack stat still, even though it is a bit bulkier in this league. So we will get to see, hopefully, this third Mon. We still have a lot of Feraligatr left and a full Pidgeot in the back. And this is a good Mon for us to see. We are going to get a Night Slash off. But it can only... Well, I guess we have to come in Pidgeot. Oh, because we have to... Okay, because he wanted to CMP, and then we maybe catch an Earthquake here. Oh my god. Again, I don't even know why. I don't have to say it, but obviously this is why this guy's page 1 of the leaderboards right now. I think he's ranked 49, and the first page is top 50. So pretty nice here. Obviously this is going to KO us, but he doesn't have an Earthquake on. I don't think he has the Earthquake, but we also have the Hydro Cannon. Do we? I think we would do in CMP again. No, we do not. Ooh, if it's Earthquake, this KOs us, I think. Oh, man. Opponent played this so well. Well. Is this cape part of... I've seen 3 people now with this cape. Is this the legend? Do you get this with legends? Is it the legends pose? Or not pose. What am I saying? The clothes that go for legend. It must be, because otherwise, yeah. Obviously, Pidgeot would be okay against this, but in the same tone, Annihilape would be very bad against this Gliscor. So staying in here obviously is pretty good. We don't have to shield the first one. We probably have to shield the second one, unless he just wants to... Well, we have a Hydro Cannon. He waits a turn. Really good wait, but interesting swap. So these are definitely running Moonblast. Maybe a Moonblast doesn't KO Annihilate those, so how bad is this matchup actually? I don't know. I just assumed it was really bad, but it was Future Sight. He did go up to 8, so I mean they did showcase it, but this is definitely a Grass Knot. Trying to throw early, I think. Moonblast. Okay, I definitely didn't think this person was running Moonblast and Future Sight, which is why I was like, it's early of the Future Sight, but wow. Okay, I believe this is CMP here. Not going to be able to KO it, but going to do our damage before we have to get KO'd ourselves. The Feraligatr now knows that this doesn't have Grass Knot, so that's good to know. Could also come in Pidgeot. Either way, we're looking for some sort of farm. Could throw on CMP here. Yeah, does throw on CMP. Taking the move probably would have been a little bit risky because we are taking a lot of damage here. It is a Poliwrath here in the back. Waits the turn. So good. All right, waits the turn to make sure the Poliwrath is not trying to switch out, gets the Brave Bird off, and then that's GG. I believe that was the first set of the 2 set. Oh, no, there's... Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. There's 2 sets. That's all I know. So we saw this matchup a lot the last time this is around, and you're thinking, yeah, Shadow Claw is double resisted by Greedent. This is a pretty bad matchup, but actually it's not that bad because the Hydro Cannon is just doing so much. They are able to spam the Body Slams, but... yeah, of course we're doing a lot of damage, though. We should... I mean, we'd KO'd in 3. The question is, do we get KO'd in 2? And the answer is no. And again, it has a Mud Shot, Greedent, and Greedent is very bulky, so it's only going to get to the move. Probably going to go for a CMP. Oh, actually tries to go for a catch. They do end up coming in with Giratina. This Giratina does have Shadow Claw. It's not as great for us, obviously. It's super effective against Annihilape. But... it does have Shadow Sneak as well, so this Giratina has the exact right moveset to really deal with Annihilate, but we do have Shadow Ball, which is always good to note. It's going to do a lot of damage. We can get the Night Slash off if they let us, but we're going to get KO'd here by the Dragon Claw for sure, and okay. Going to come back in with... okay, coming in with Pidgeot makes a lot of sense because... I forgot how low our Feraligatr got. I forgot we didn't shield. We took the 2 Body Slams. And we're able to just fully farm this down. Dragon Claw not doing too much damage. The Shadow Claw is obviously being double resisted. And its other move we know is not Ancient Power, so that Shadow Sneak is also double resisted. So just going to have a massive energy advantage here. And the Greedent is, I believe, pretty low. Oh, not low enough, though. This is definitely... I mean, you live this Body Slam, but now we're getting too low for whatever's in the back. And the question is, do we go for Brave Bird or not? Because we don't KO with an Aerial Ace. So we do go for Brave Bird. It does KO. Ends up being a... okay. We could switch out just to remove this debuff from us. Okay, yeah. And it is Feraligatr. We do actually have a lot of energy still here. Did I say it's Feraligatr? It's Virizion. Oh, we switched into our Feraligatr. And we can get this Hydro Cannon, which is actually going to mess this up. I actually thought it was like Chestnut. I totally forgot about Virizion. It's been a little while since I've seen one myself. You have to kind of call something here. A Sacred Sword doesn't KO, but a Stone Edge would KO. Okay, running Sacred Sword and probably the Grass move. So definitely going for that coverage and basically ignoring the flying types. We've seen this matchup many times. It's not the worst. It's not the best. I like to just go straight Hydro Cannon. Looks like he's going for the Ice Beam here. Going to have to probably... well, you don't have to shield if you just want to lose this slightly. But I personally like just going with Hydro Cannon. They end up coming in with their own Feraligatr, which is actually going to eat a lot of this energy. But I wonder what we're going to come in with. We could go for double Hydro Cannon and then a farm down with Pidgeot or something like this, which would be not too bad. Or farm down with Annihilape, actually, would be pretty interesting as well. Ends up catching on Pidgeot. Okay. Pidgeot with Aerial Ace is going to give you a little bit of more deceptive attack against the... oh, we tried to get to an Ice Beam, actually, I think. Going to give you a deceptive attack against the Dragonite, which is really going to be nice because they're going to expect the... yeah, they're not going to throw until later. I think this might be the best part of Aerial Ace because you're sneaking in the attacks before they think they're going to come because they're so used to... Feather Dance, right? But this costs a lot less energy and is more potent, but doesn't have the debuff. Ends up getting both shields here. Going to try to go for the Hydro Cannon. They do catch on their Poliwrath, which is not great that they caught, but obviously Poliwrath we're good against here in the back, being having the Annihilape. You're going to have to eat a move here, so might as well just let them throw. You could go for the non-shield or the shield. Doesn't really matter. The Dragonite, his best move against you is actually just Dragon Claw. Is he going to get this down in a Night Slash range, or is he going to go for the Shadow Ball? Going to go for the safe Shadow Ball here, and then go for another Shadow Ball, I think, against... Oh, wait, we don't have to go for Shadow Ball against the Dragonite, right? We can probably just go for the Night Slash. Yeah. I forgot how low it got in the previous 2 matchups, because it had already taken basically 2 matchups worth of damage. Nice. All right, Feraligatr against Talonflame. Finally, we get just like a super decisive winning lead. They do come in with a Lantern. I've seen so many Lantern. This is the best buddy hundo. Someone in the comments told me 2385 was the best buddy hundo, and I remember that from like 7 videos ago, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, probably just going to go straight Shadow Ball here, I imagine. Going up to the max here. This definitely doesn't KO. Oh, interesting. Now, are we going to go for the shield and go for the 2 shield on them, or the switch? And I believe we should. They do go... Did we go for... Okay, we do go for the bait. Probably because we can reach 2 Night Slashes anyways, and if we do get the bait off, we can go for the Shadow Ball as well after the second shield and then maintaining the switch throughout. Probably worth it, to be honest. I mean, Talonflame into Feraligatr is pretty insane for us. Yeah. Talonflame only going to get 1 Incinerate through here, which is also pretty nice. Yeah, lowering the amount of energy a Talonflame can get is obviously great. If they do try to go for a Brave Bird, maybe they have Brave Bird, maybe they have Fly. If they do go for a Brave Bird, we still get to this before them. And I assume this is actually going to be Brave Bird. Yeah, but then we have this against whatever's in the back. Okay, so going to have to go for an Aerial Ace and a Brave Bird, but they're probably only going to get to 1 Moonblast, so that's actually pretty nice. I imagine we also win CMP against this. Pidgeot goes to level 50, I believe, because it doesn't reach level 2500, rather. I'm just now noticing this is the best buddy. I wonder if this is the best buddy or not. One of you can let me know. If he's actually got the best buddy. He's probably... It probably is best buddy right now, right? To get the extra C's. Okay. This is probably the last game, I bet. Okay. Just judging from the fact that we see that there's one more. I think we were 3 out of 4 there on the screen, so a little bit of a spoiler, which is nice. Is another Dragonite lead. This time we go for... Well, we do the same thing. We go for the Hydro Cannon, but they actually threw before, so... and we took it, which is a little bit of a deviation from the last game, but it's okay. I wonder if we'll switch after this, if he shields, or if we're just going to take the loss and then maybe come in with Pidgeot and farm down. Probably can just take 1 move. Well, the thing is tough because Superpower actually would do a ton, but I guess we do have Annihilape here in the back, and usually there's a Steel type associated with... Oh boy, this is not a Steel type, and in fact, this is something Annihilape doesn't want to see, kind of, because you do resist the poison attacks, the poison jabs, but... Scald still does about 45-50%. So, okay, going for the shield here. Ooh, we do get the attack debuff, so I wonder if that means we have to go for the Shadow Ball. Okay, goes for CMP here. Perfect. And now have a ton of energy. If they do come back in the Dragonite, they're definitely going to be in the... I'm pretty sure they're in the Night Slash range, if I remember right. But we did get the attack fall as well. Now I'm probably going to have to farm up a little bit more, I think. And it's fine to take this damage. They do actually come in with the Lantern. So I think we're still reduced, which is not great, right? But we do have to throw a move at this, and we're going to try to catch, but not going to catch this. Oh, man. I mean, that's just GG, right? Yeah, that's just GG. Tough. Oh, wait, now we're 3 out of 4. Okay, this must be the last battle. Okay, Ampharos in the lead. Technically, we're ABA to Ampharos, so yeah, it looks like we have to stay in and try to just get the damage off with the Hydro Cannon. Hopefully this goes through, and then we can just let this Feraligatr go down and then come in with Annihilape. Or we can go to the ones here as well. It's not the worst. Probably we win CMP as well. They did go in a weird thing here. They do have another Thunder Punch. Okay. Whatever. This is great for us. We end up taking the shield advantage. They do have a lot of energy. Oh, we lose switch instantly here, but because I think we're trying to take a lot of the energy out of this Ampharos so that they can't switch in right away. We have to shield this, right? I guess if you think he's going to stand, we go for the Night Slash. Okay. They're not going to get a lot of farm on this Annihilape, hopefully, in the back, and we really have to hope Pidgeot is good. It makes sense that Pidgeot would be good just because they led with an electric, so they're probably not trying to beat flying in the back. Annihilape, at least we're going to counteract the... man, I hope they don't have Ice Punch, to be honest. But at least we get to counteract the Shadow Balls. Since it's double resisted, they're definitely going to have to throw their other move. Looks like they do have the Night Slash, which is nice for us. They actually got the boost. Rough. We can still get a few more wing attacks in. Oh, we stampede on that one. Dang. Yeah, the boost is tough there for sure. Oh, but it does end up being double fighting. We could just go for the Brave Bird. They don't have enough. They aren't at another move there on the Annihilape, so definitely going to just get the wing attack down, but also have the Feraligatr, right? Which is also doing super effective with his fast attacks. Nice. And I think that was the last game there. Yeah, ended on a little 4-5, and I think this is where they hit the this is where Juanillo hit the leaderboard. Also, I think it was like 31. Yeah, 3101. So, yeah, again. Again, thank you for the battles submission, Juanillo. Again, this is obviously a great team to be running, as the person showing here in the video is able to get to the first page of the leaderboard. They're at 3,100, and it's still really early into the season, so that being legend right now is a privilege. Only the best of the best are legend right now. So, yeah, hopefully this team helps you out. Again, if you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to watch more of these, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.